So let me just describe, by way of conclusion here, some of the things that I've been doing in the last 4 years that make ModPo, my MOOC, utterly interactive and responsive. First, I mentioned the videos. They're filmed discussions. They're not lectures. Webcasts, weekly live interactive webcasts. It is recorded, of course, put up as a recording, and then in the off-season of the course, I segment those webcasts for perfect 3 to 4 minute nuggets, and I implement them and put them back in the course so that over the years, ModPo has become a site where you can watch people together work through these typical problems, and it's an iterative process where we get fewer questions about that because people can go and actually watch people, their own people, non-teachers, work through the problems. 3, office hours. We have 11 teaching assistants and 50 community TAs, about 50. The 11 teaching assistants each hold 3 office hours a week. We're real. They know we're real and we're there. Discussion forums. The most important thing about my MOOC is the discussion forums. And we created a discussion subforum for each poem in the course. So each poem, you go to the forum and you can talk with your colleagues and your friends and co-teachers about that poem. Teaching assistants I mentioned, they're all over the place. They're the same people that you see in the video discussions. They're in the webcasts. They go to meetups. Community TAs, crucial. Recruit them. They're great. These are people who've been in my course 2, 3, or 4 years. We orient them. We train them. They answer a lot of questions, including about how the platform works. Peer reviews. Our peer reviews of essays are ungraded. They're completely qualitative comments on essays. And they all get copied into the discussion forums. And the discussion of participants' essays are very much like the discussion about everything else in the course. It feels very natural. And then the writer typically will say, when I came to your MOOC, I got 15 responses, ungraded qualitatively, and I've never really gotten such a response on my writing. Thank you very much. Meetups. We encourage meetups around the world. Every time I travel, I meet up, but I also make sure that my TAs are able to do that. The meetups around the world are the best. They are the way this thing is going to work. Guest poets. I bring in poets every other week or so into the discussion forums. They're just there. So you're discussing a poem and then suddenly there's a poet. And it's not hard to do. It's just like what you do in a regular classroom. ModPo Plus. So I developed a second parallel syllabus. So many people are there for the second, third, or fourth time, but they're working on a supplemental syllabus with its own videos and so forth. And they're there in the same space as the rookies and novices, and they're able to be part of a conversation. So we intend to add to ModPo Plus infinitely. We're developing a crowdsourced close readings page. So every time anywhere in the world makes a little video close reading of one of our poems, we add it to this page, which is itself a parallel syllabus. So now you can see that Al and his TAs do not have the final word on Emily Dickinson's I Taste the Liquor Never Brewed, that poem. And you get the impression that this thing is an iterative, ongoing process. And finally, recently we created a teacher resource center. The entire syllabus is reproduced with a series of exercises and videos of teachers talking about how you teach that poem. So teachers are now using ModPo to learn how to teach the materials that are also in the same site. If you're willing to put the time into it, you can make any of these MOOCs completely responsive.